Up Rock again. Over here in Brooklyn, over here, part of Ridgewood. I'm over here with another legendary rocker. And this time, this guy is not from Bushwick. He's more from the Williamsburg side. So, you know, there's a lot of history he's going to tell you about the crew when he first started with, and members that used to dance, and people he saw back in the days that when he was rocking, that, you know, that he kind of like, you know, was putting people together and hanged around that, because there was a lot of great, like I said, there was always great dancers in all part of Brooklyn. And, you know, this is what I'm trying to do, is get all the Brooklyn products. But, you know, we have something similar because we, you know, he was in the crew first and I became leader of that crew in another division. So we're going to talk a little bit about the rock, and then we're going to get a little more. And, you know, this is just to let you guys know out there that, you know, there's a lot of great dancers out there, you know. We should respect all these dancers. I mean, it wasn't for every one of us, this dance will not be live today what it is, you know. And I know I've been pushing a lot of interviews with Tiny, and we're going out there finding all the members and all these people, and they're giving you true history of their life, you know. So just sit back and enjoy yourself, and let them know what's your name and what crew you was down with.
Well, my name is Fano, and I'm one of the original masterminds, along with Viejo and Renee, Dash, Rubber Band Man, and Law, a couple of guys there, you know. We had a few females also.
Now, you know, back then, you know, it's always, I mean, I've been doing a lot about Bushwick because, you know, as you know Carlos from Dynasty and Danny Boy and all those guys.
Right.
But, you know, I mean, it's, you know, for Bushwick is where I grew up, and most of the guys I knew from Bushwick knows me from Bushwick. And, you know, when I first went to Cooper Park, I mean, is when later on, after I think you was leaving the crew, is when I became part of the mastermind for the breaking. You know, I know you didn't break because you was first, it was strictly an up rock crew.
Right.
But you know, as living in over there in Williamsburg near Greenpoint, do you remember any other crews back then that used to rock also that you used to see?
There were quite a few of them. Down in the Williamsburg section, we had Sex Machines, the Just Beguns, Rock with Style, Rock Steadies, a few crews out there.
Yeah. Besides the rocking, is there any other dance you used to dance? Any other style of dance?
Yes, we were freestylers, which was a loft.
Yeah.
You know,
Nice.
it's a nice style in itself. It was more of a free flowing type of dance.
Any other dance? You know.
No.
No hustle.
Yeah. I used to hustle also, but I really mainly just try to do up rock.
No rock. In Greenpoint again. When you were rocking, when you first started rocking, right? Who did you see first rocking that you admired you to become a rocker? Who inspired you?
Back in the days, in Bushwick here, I saw Papo. He was Dynamic Spinners.
Yeah.
And Carlos, Danny Boy, you know, all these guys. But I was already dancing.
Yeah.
I just wasn't affiliated with any crew or nothing.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
And what I did was, after a while, from here, I went up into the Williamsburg, into the south side. And there I saw there were crews being created, so I said, let me start my own, you know. And at that time, I met a good guy, you know. This guy was really, I mean, an energy man. His name was Frankie, but we all called him Viejo, you know. And this man had a heart, and he really loved this. He was a man that he believed in this, that this thing was something that was going to unite us all, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You know? It was going to unite us. And he would go places. I mean, he would take me to go see, back in the days, go and hang out in the Bronx with Zulu Nation.
Oh, shit.
You know? Or go to Coney Island and hang out with whatever gangs that were there.
Yeah.
You understand? And we would just go and dance, and they would just accept us everywhere we would go, because we were just there, you know, to have a good time and dance with some of these guys, you know, and we would share our style, you know.
Yeah.
And we had no problem with that, you know, and we would enjoy that.
Well, that's cool.
Wow,
That's cool.
man.
Wow. Do you remember any gangs that used to rock back in the days that you saw?
Not really, because like I said, what I did was after I got caught with the fever of up rocking, I left the areas. I never stood in one neighborhood or nothing. What I did was, to perfect my dancing, I had to go to all the different boroughs.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So most of the times I didn't want to be in my neighborhood because that's where all the gang stuff and things were going on, you know?
Yeah.
And either you're going to end up joining them, you understand? Or you're going to sell drugs,
Yeah.
you know? And you didn't want to do one of those. You get let all that frustration and everything you had out in that dance, you know? And I mean, by the dancing, I said, there was a lot of angry people. There was a lot of angry people out there, man. But they just let it off right there on the floor.
Nice.
You know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know, you would walk away, you know?